So this is iMovie. We're going to start by just going over the layout. This is the canvas or viewer where you can view the media that you're working on. Over here is the event library, and this is where all the media that you're working on is stored. And you can view your pictures, your video, your music that you have in there. Down here is the timeline and the project library. And over here you have your music, your pictures, text, titles, and text and titles is the same thing. Okay, and your globes, generators, I guess you could say, and such. We'll get into that later. So we can start by importing a couple of videos I got from the library this morning by going to File, Import Movies. That'll bring up this window, and here we have the flash drive viewed here. We're going to select 4 videos here. We're going to come down here, select create a new event, and we're going to call this iMovie tutorial. And we're going to leave it on optimize video. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't make much of a difference, and we're going to keep it on copy files, and then we're going to hit import. Give that a couple minutes or seconds. Okay, so it's done. So in the event browser, you can see that over here you're going to have your event library. Now we only have one event, but you could be able to view the many events here. And within this event, so we'll click on it, which is already clicked on, and here we have the videos. And you can kind of just skim through them. You can do clip adjustments. You can put effects on it. It's kind of cool. You can stabilize it, which is kind of helpful if you're a little bit shaky. Over here you can mess around with the video, and then you have your audio adjustments. It doesn't really matter now. Now that we have them in the library, in the event library, we're going to go up to File, New Project. Now you can create a theme, or you can actually make a movie trailer, but that's a whole different thing. We're just going to stick with no theme, and we're going to call this iMovie tutorial. We're going to leave it widescreen. We're going to leave it 30 frames per second, and basically that's how you set up a project. Okay, so it's going to open down in here, and I guess we're now just going to start by dragging this clip into the timeline, and then you can just put the playhead, which is the red thing, you can put it at the beginning of the clip and press the space bar, and you can just kind of watch it. And pause is spacebar again. One thing you'll notice is the orange bar here in the event browser. That means that the clip is already in the project. That can be useful when you're editing lots of clips and stuff like that. Now, to start off, we can adjust the level of the audio here, and let's go ahead and maybe just put some music behind that. So you can come over here to the music, the little music note, and simply drag a track and then just line it up where you want it, right there, and then it'll kind of underlay, and it'll auto size right to the clip already there. And there we have some nice music. Okay. Next thing we can do, we can go ahead and put pictures from iPhoto by just dragging them in, and then you can it's gonna put it already to 4 seconds, but you can change that by going to clip adjustments, and then duration will make it 6 seconds, and then it auto changes. Another thing we can do is add text. There is quite a bit of text to choose from. We're going to just start by doing the centered, and we're going to drag it onto the clip, and it's going to put it above, and we can come over here to the canvas, and we can just go ahead and type, and I'll just say iMovie. That's not how you do iMovie. There we go. And then we can just click done, and it's really easy to add titles like so. Now we can go back and trim the clip by going like this, dragging the yellow, which is what's selected, and then we can right click and do split clip. You can see where there's a cut because there's the straight edges rather than the rounded edges. And then you can, if you want to delete it, you can select the clip and then just press delete on the keyboard. And okay, next we're just gonna kind of do some transitions. So go over to the little cross tab, or you can do Command 4. And we're just going to start off by the most common transition, which is the cross dissolve. Basically, you add the cross dissolve by dropping it in, and there's a nice cross dissolve. There are many to choose from. There's circles, cube, you name it, it's there. If you want to export or share, you go share and then export movie. You can send it right to iTunes, iDVD, MobileMe, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, CNN iReport, or you can remove, but we're just gonna export it right to the desktop. So we're gonna go export movie, and we're gonna put it right to the desktop. You have a couple sizes to choose from. HD 720 is going to be fine for this purpose. We're just going to leave the iMovie tutorial there. You can see, when you leave it at HD 720, you can come over to the little eye and get the specs. So it's H.264, 30 frames per second, and the total size will be 20 megabytes. You can see that it is viewable on a computer, an iPad, and an iPhone. And we're just going to go ahead and hit export.